conversation.
Hello everybody. Today I would like to tell you about short conversations between two people. Number one. The woman was sorry the man about the fact that she had missed the meeting because she had had flat tire and it had taken her forever to fix it. So she was really getting sick of all those car problems. The man was sorry the woman about the fact that she had had such a hard time. However, the man thought she would be glad to know the meeting had gone well. The meeting had started at 10 o'clock, right on time for once. He would be happy to share his notice with her. The woman agreed with him. She suggested making some copies and she would give them right back. The man agreed with her. He said he had left them with his secretary to make copies for her. It would only take a short while to do it, and he would send them up to her. Number two, the man said to the woman they didn't have to leave yet, and it only took 15 minutes to drive to the theater from there. The woman suggested taking the bus instead of driving because it was really hard to find a place to park downtown, and it was expensive too. The man commented the parking was free after 6 and driving was so much faster than the bus. The woman was surprised by that. She said they had got plenty of time to get there. It was only 5:30 then, and the play didn't start until 7.
Hi everyone. Today I would like to tell you some short conversation between two people. The conversation 3. The woman said to the man she was having a really bad day that day, and on top of everything, she had left her wallet at home. She asked him if she could borrow a few dollars to get some lunch. The man agreed with her, but he said he needed it back soon. He wanted to know how much she needed. The woman replied to him, $8 or $10 should be enough, and she said she could get a sandwich and salad at the cafe downstairs for that much. She could pay him the day after. The man agreed with her, and he said he could give her 10. He reminded her to pay him back. Number 4. The man suggested not going to that seafood restaurant because it was always so crowded. The woman replied to him it was close to the movie theater and it was so expensive and the food was great. The man agreed with her. However, there were another restaurant near the theater. Anyhow, it was late. They had better stop talking and get going. The woman replied to him they didn't have to leave home for another 15 minutes or so. The movie didn't start for another 2 hours, so they had plenty of time to eat before then.
Hello everyone, today I would like to tell you some conversation between two people. Conversation 4. The man suggested not going to that seafood restaurant because it was always so crowded. The woman replied to him it was close to the movie theater and it was so expensive and the food was great. The man agreed with her. However, there were other restaurants near the theater. Anyhow, it was late. They had better stop talking and get going. The woman replied to him they didn't have to leave home for another 15 minutes or so. The movie didn't start for another 2 hours, so they had plenty of time to eat before then. Replied, Conversation 5. The woman wanted to know if the man had got the email about Friday meeting. She said it had been cancelled. The man agreed with her. He said he knew the accountant had gone sick that day, and it looked like she would be out for a week. He commented they couldn't have a meeting without her. The woman commented that was too bad. She had to offer a note ready for her presentation. She had been working so hard on them. The man said he could still use them. His boss had told him that the meeting had been rescheduled for the Wednesday after. She had to write that down and knew what bad memory she had.
Hello everyone, today I want to tell you about some conversations between two people. The conversation 1. The woman was sorry to the man about the fact that she had missed the meeting because she had had a flat tire and it had taken her forever to fix it. So she was really getting sick from those car problems. The man was sorry to the woman about the fact that she had had such a hard tire. However, the man thought she would be glad to now the meeting had gone well. The woman had started 10, right on time for once. He would be happy to share his notes with her. The woman agreed with him. She suggested making some copies and she could give them right back. The man agreed with her. He said that he had left them with his secretary to make copies for her. It would only take a short while to do it, and he would send them off to her. The conversation 2. The man said to the woman, they didn't have to leave it yet, and it only took 15 minutes to drive to the field from there. The woman suggested taking the bus instead of driving because it was really hard to find the place to park downtown and it was expensive too. The man commented, the parking was free after 6 and driving was so much faster than the bus. The woman was surprised by that. She said that they had got plenty of time to get there. It was only 5:30 then, and the play didn't start until 7.
Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Today I would like to tell you a short conversation between the man and the woman. Conversation 3. The woman said to the man she was having a really bad day that day, and on top of everything, she had left her wallet at home, and she asked him if she could borrow a few dollars to get some lunch. The man agreed with her, but he said he needed it back soon. He wanted to know how much she needed. The woman replied to him, $8 or $10 should be enough. She said she could get a sandwich and a salad at the cafe downstairs for that much. She would pay him the day after. The man agreed with her. He said he would give her 10. He reminded her to pay him back. Conversation number 4. The man suggested not going to that seafood restaurant because it was always sold out. The woman replied to him, it was below to the movie theater and it was so expensive and the food was great. The woman agreed with her. However, there were other restaurants near theater and the houses was late. They had better stop checking and get going. The woman replied to him, they didn't have to leave home for another 15 minutes or so. The movie didn't start for another 2 hours, so they had plenty of time to eat before then. The woman said to the man, the new regulation was going to cost a lot of money. The man wanted to know if they would have to modify the plan itself. The woman agreed with him. She said suspend operations for 6 months to do it. Conversation number 7. The woman said to the man, the complaint had to be filed with the manager. The man commented she had sold him the product. The woman said she couldn't issue refunds for defective merchandise. Conversation number 8. The woman said to the man the road had caused an escalation in food price. The woman agreed with her. He said the recent rainfall would bring them down before the holidays. The woman disagreed with him. She commented like oil price once they were up and would stay up. Conversation number 4. The man said to the woman he really loved those little pies. The woman wanted to know if he were buying too for everyone. The man disagreed with her. He said just 24. They were having tail for dinner, but another tell people might come for dessert. Conversation number 5. The woman said to the man, there was the restaurant they had been looking for. She was hungry for lunch. The man said to the woman, she would have to wait until 6 p.m. He said, the sign on the door said it was open only for dinner. And the woman commented what a vocation that was. Everything that should be open to the public was closed. The city might as well be on strike.
Number 6. The woman said to the man, the new regulations were going to cost a lot of money. The man wanted to know if they could have to modify the plant itself. The woman agreed with him. She said suspend operations for 6 months to do it. Number 7. The woman said to the man the complaint had to be filed and with the manager. The man commented she had sold him the product. The woman said she couldn't issue refunds for defective merchandise. Number 8. The woman said to the man the drought had caused an escalation in food prices. The man agreed with her. He said the recent rainfall would bring them down before the holidays. The woman disagreed with him. She commented liked oil prices once they were up and would stay up. Number 9. The man said to the woman he really loved those little cakes. Cakes. The woman wanted to know if he were buying two for everyone. The man disagreed with her. He said just 24. They were having 12 for dinner, but another 12 people might come for dessert. The last conversation. The woman said to the man there was the restaurant they had been looking for. She was hungry for lunch. The man said she could have to wait until 6 p.m. He said the sign on the door said it was open only for dinner. The woman commented, what a vacation that was. Everything that should be open to the public was closed. The city might as well be on strike. Thank you for listening.
Conversation 6. The woman said to the man the new regulation was going to cost a lot of money. The man wanted to know if they would have to modify the plan itself. The woman agreed with him. She said spend operation for 6 months to do it. Conversation 7. The woman said to the man the complaint had to be filed with the manager. The man commented she had shown him the product. The woman said she couldn't issue refund for defective merchandise. Conversation 8. The woman said to the man the throat had cold, an escalation in full price. The man agreed with her. He said the ration reform would bring them down before the holidays. The woman disagreed with him. She commented like oil price when they were and would stay. Conversation 9. The man said to the woman he really loved those little cakes. The woman wanted to know if he were buying two for everyone. The man disagreed with her. He said just 24. They were having 12 for dinner, but another 12 people might come for dessert. Conversation 10. The woman said to the man there was the restaurant they had been looking for. She was hungry for lunch. The man said she would have to wait until 6 p.m. He said the sign on the door said it was all open only for dinner. The woman commented that what a vacation that were. Everything that should be open to the public was closed. That city might as well be on strike. Thanks for listening.
The conversation 11. The woman complained to the man about him. He was battling. She wanted to know if the man had stopped on the way. The man disagreed with her. He explained he had forgot to set his alarm. He had overslept. The woman suggested buying two clothes. The conversation failed. The woman A said to the woman B, another people thought they had mismanaged the errand account. The woman B started looking for another job. The woman A agreed with the woman B, and she said that she would expect a generous severance package. The conversation 13. The woman said to the man, Peter had been extremely happy all week. The man commented she would be too if she had had Peter's good fortune. The woman said, Imagine being promoted at Peter's age. The conversation 14. The man said to the woman he had an appointment with Dr. Burns. The woman was worried about the fact that the doctor hadn't
emergency, and his strategy had cancelled doctors after appointments. The man agreed with her. He said that he just had wanted an annual physical. He wanted to know if he made that reschedule it. The last conversation, the man said to the woman that was the last time she was telling him. He suggested turning the radio or leaving. The woman suggested sitting somewhere else. The man replied to her he needed to use the reference books that library. Bye.
Ui,
Number 11. The woman complained to the man about he was late again. She wanted to know if the man had stopped on the way. The man disagreed with her. He explained he had forgot to set him an alarm. He had overslept. The woman suggested buying 2 clocks. The woman A said to the woman B another people thought they had mismanaged the errand account. The woman B suggested looking for another job. The woman A agreed with the woman B, and she said she would expect generous severance package. Number 13. The woman said to the man, Peter had been extremely happy all week. The man commented she would be too if she had had Peter's good fortune. The woman said imagined being promoted at Peter's age. Number 14. The man said to the woman he had an appointment with Dr. Burns. The woman was sorry about the fact that the doctor had an emergency and he just had cancelled Dr. Burns' afternoon appointments. The man agreed with her. He said he just had wanted an annual physical. He wanted to know if he might reschedule it. Number 15. The man said to the woman that was the last time she was telling him. He suggested turning the radio or leaving. The woman suggested reading somewhere else. The man replied to her he needed to use the reference books that library.